Welcome everybody to Season 11, Round 10 of Contest of Speed here at Silverstone. I am your commentator Cam Tizzle, and tonight should be a interesting race on a definite fan favorite track. Tonight's weather will be a bright and sunny qualifying session, followed by a somewhat cloudy and very gloomy end to the race. Very interested to see how this race goes for the boys tonight here in the AM2 squadron. So we'll just have to see. But B. Scholes, he'll be our first guy to be starting lap. He is first out of the pits. No one has decided to follow him yet. I guess everybody wants to just give him the entire track to himself. Oh, there we got some guys peeling out. There we go. Nice little group of 4 pulling out. But anyways, I'm gonna pull up the standings up quick enough to check out our standings up. But I have a bazillion tabs on my phone, so this might take me a moment to sort it out. Just bear with me here for a moment as I handle this sort of thing. If I can't find it before B. Scholes starts his lap, I'll put the phone down. But alright, here we go. So we got BBR Garvey, our championship leader, with 159 points, followed by Wing It at 120, and Cheesehead close behind at 115. Fourth place being Chewy with 72, Chase with 55. I'll stop there. They'll round out our top 5. In terms of constructors, as B. Scholes starts his flyer, we have McLaren running constructors with 231 points, followed by Ferrari at 147, and then Alfa Romeo at 140. Here we are with B. Scholes, though. I can focus on him now. Definitely hoping for a better result for him today. He hasn't had the best of luck throughout this season, but he's always been at the top, performing well until something tragic happens for the most part. So we're looking to see a turnaround in his franchise here today. As far as I can tell, his lap has looked pretty solid so far. We'll just see if any of the guys behind him are able to maybe debate that, but see how he handles Maggots and Beckett's. Decides to drop a gear into the first part. Not the worst idea. Doesn't quite hang it on the apex and has a little bit of oversteer on the exit, but might not hurt his lap too much. Will definitely cost him a few tenths, but might not be the end of the world. Oh, that's definitely a lap ruiner right there. Definitely not ideal for B. Scholes, who's the first Red Bull out. Looks like E. Warren, our number 1 driver in the Red Bull squadron. Ooh, and has a little bit of oversteer as well, and kind of messes that up. But it's a 127.7 for BBR Garvey to start off the day for a first-time lap. Followed by DK, about a second behind, and Chase up to the line. 128.4 plants himself in second for now, but I expect those times to drop. Harris into the 128s as well, but I definitely am anticipating. Secure the perks 125, not bad. But I'm definitely anticipating these lap times to drop quite a bit. I think 127 is going to be your target time. If you can get a 120, at least out of this group of guys, if you can get a 127, you're probably going to be sitting pretty. The Deathstorm, though, he is on a lap, so I'll follow along with him. I don't know of how many other guys are on the lap other than maybe Dream. Actually, I'm pretty sure Dream's on the lap, so we'll follow along with him to the end of his lap. Then we'll cut back to Deathstorm, because I'm pretty sure Deathstorm is on one as well, the only other one. Final few turns looked really clean for Dream. Should get him really good up to the line. Oh, just a 129. Unless I had some kind of mistake somewhere. I did not see, but the end of his lap looked pretty solid as far as I was able to tell. I still don't know. He was almost at an ERS at the end of this lap already. Like we got someone else who just joined. I'm not too sure who that was. Pedestrian up to the line. 129.3. I'm playing in 7th for now. Probably won't hold too long, but Chewy's on a flyer. Let's see what Chewy is able to do. Could have hanged it a little bit closer to the apex. Probably a little. Man, I guess right there isn't necessarily too bad on the right-hander, but probably could have been performed just a tad bit better. But that's okay. Might not hurt his lap on the grand scheme of things all too much. A little slow out of cops. He had to definitely lift a little bit more. Alright, through Maggots at Beckett's, onto the old pit straight. This is the old pit straight. I forget, this is the hanger straight, my bad. My bad. Getting the names of corners wrong. I don't remember all the names on this track, but I know a couple, at least a couple of them. No, I don't know who that was, but someone else just jumped themselves up to the top. I think it was Cheesehead. Yep, and then fall behind just barely. Chewy was not able to quite get up to Cheesehead's time. But that is going to bring her right back around the B-Shoals. B-Shoals is entering his second flyer. Oh, and he invalidates. No. I wonder if he's going to try to save up some ERS and go for another one his next time around if he has enough fuel to do it. But that is definitely not optimal for his lap. It's going to be a second, I think, until someone else gets on their own flyer, because these other two up top here, they've already completed their laps. Who will be our next flyer? I think that'll be Mr. Garvey. I'm pretty certain. Yep, it will be him indeed. Let me get the chat open. Whoever just sent that, you can put that back in. Actually, I might be able to see it. Hello, nickname. Hello, welcome to Contest of Speed. If you do end up liking what you're seeing, I will end up getting you the Discord link down below, and you will be able to join the server. We got a couple tiers within Contest of Speed. We got more than a couple, I should say. We got 3 EU tiers and 3 AM tiers at the moment. But yeah, you're more than welcome to check the server out, and we'll have admins who will place you in a tier. You can start driving yourself if you're looking for a home in terms of league racing. But back to the action here. We got BBR Gravier Championship leader going on the old pitch straight, about to come up the cops. Let's see how he is able to handle these set of corners. Looks really good through there. He cut that curb just really nicely. Kept his speed up, going right through Maggots and Beckett's. Stays at 8th gear. Could have dropped down another gear, but it seems to be alright. It's alright for his lap. We'll see what his split is coming up. Well, he is just barely down on his time, so he's going to need to pump in a really good third sector if he's hoping to make something happen and improve on his time. Coming up to the final corners, puts it in 3rd gear, short shifts to 4th, up to the line for a no improvement, but he lost out by 0.005 of a second. Very unfortunate for him, but he seems to be pretty much beating everybody at the moment by quite some margin. But DK, he's got improvement on his lap. Let's see what he's able to do up to the line. He does improve by 0.4, putting him in 2nd place. a 128.373. Followed by B. Scholes. Is that B. Scholes? I think that was, yeah, B. Scholes puts himself in the P2 with a 28.0. He secured the perks up to the line, jumps up to P3, so we got our Haas 2-3 at the moment. I don't know how many other people are on a flyer at the moment. Orlando is not. Who was that? Who was that just drove by? Chase. Chase is starting a lap of his own, so I'll follow along with the Alpine driver. Handles the first turn alright. There's definitely going to be some time to be gained here through this little sector of the track. So this part of this track could be a little bit tricky at times. Getting the power down at the right times is everything. Coming up to this straightaway right here. Drops it down to fourth. I don't know if he's. I don't think he's running ABS. I think I just heard a lock up in his tires. If I just heard that right. Must be something new. I don't know, because I don't think he's been no ABS unless I heard that wrong. Goes alright through cops. Almost invalidates, but keeps it just in bounds. Hangs it through an eighth. Drops to sixth. Drops it down to fifth. That was a very good, a very optimal way to take hops. He's up on by 2/10 on his time. He can find himself up in the P3, if not a little bit better. If the rest of his lap is put together properly. Looks really good through there. Into the final set of corners. Drops it down to third gear. Up to the line. Kind of hangs it wide for a 128.350. He lost a little bit of time, presumably, I think, on that final corner up to the line, hanging it wide. But, good lap for Chase. P4 is not bad. Harris is on a flyer of his own. And the Williams driver. Has a little bit of oversteer there. That might have just. I'm pretty sure that he's going to back out of that lap. So we're going to go right along with Deathstorm, one of our Red Bull drivers here. Handle this set of corners very well. Ooh, he had some oversteer, and that just barely ruined his lap. Poor Deathstorm. We're going to move on to Wingit here. Wingit is our second place leader in the championship. So definitely expect some good things out of him. And he has not reported a lap yet, so I'm probably going to follow along with him up to the end of his lap, as I don't believe any of the other guys are really on a representative lap. Oh, almost invalidated there, but he kind of went a little slower to avoid that, so that's definitely going to hurt. That's going to hurt big time on his lap time. But will he be able to gain spots? How many spots will that cost him? Looks good through cops. The rest of Wingit's lap is going to have to be an absolute heck of a lap to be able to salvage what happened earlier on. Yeah, I could tell he's going to be just a little bit slower just based off that sector split, but all might not be lost if he's able to absolutely ace this section. He might be able to at least get in the top 5, or just outside of the top 5, I mean. I don't think he'll be in the top 5 with this kind of a lap from what happened earlier on, but we'll see as he comes up to the line for a 128.6. That'll put him in 8th place. Anyone else on a lap? Deathstorm is going for another lap. Let's see how he handles it this time around. A little bit better from him this time around. Didn't have any kind of spins, so that's good to see. He is down though on his time by about almost 2/10. And I'm really hopeful for Deathstorm's sake that he's able to salvage some time right here, as he has a little bit of oversteer coming out of there. through Maggots and Beckett's. Looks alright. BBR Garvey goes drops a 127.5 on the rest of the grid, and it's going to be quite the margin for the rest of the grid, the game to come up, fight up against. But Deathstorm he's not quite up on his time, but he's definitely gained some time, so maybe it's a sign that the rest of this sector might go good for him. Looks good, coming up to the line for a 129.2. Doesn't improve in any positions, but he does improve on his time. We're gonna follow along with Dream here. Actually, where's B-Shoals on track? B-Shoals is starting a lap, so I'm pretty certain, so I'm gonna follow along with Dream for the rest of his. I'm pretty sure he's the closest to actually finishing a lap. Up to the line for a 128.5, that brings him up to P8. Good job to you, sir. This is DK. He's about to start a lap of his own from the looks of it. Secure the perks coming around the final corner here. Starting his lap as well. That is DK. Cheesehead's on our lap, is Chewy on our lap. Chewy is in Nats, so I'm gonna hold off on him for now. Warren is invalidated on our lap, and I think he's gonna go ahead and go into the pits here. So we're gonna cut back to B-Shoals. B-Shoals is not up on his time. Oh my gosh, and I didn't even realize that Orlando set a 128.0 of his own. I did not see that. So good job to him. I wish I would have saw that. But Chase coming around the final corners here. Starting a lap as well, of course. Every time I switch to somebody, it's starting a lap. We'll see what DK's sector split is looking like after the second sector. Our military veteran. Looks good through Maggots and Beckett's. Onto the hanger straight. Just barely down on his time, but let's see if this man is able to salvage those 3,800ths and maybe advance himself into another grid slot. All he needs is about 2/2300ths of a second, and he can find himself into P5. Secure the perks takes P2 away from Orlando, and DK is just barely not able to improve with the smallest of margins. Chase is on a lap though. He might have something to say about this. He's already up about 10th or so on his time. And he lost a little bit through Maggots and Beckett's. He's down on his time now. What? Yeah. Up to the line for Chase, it's going to be a 128.1, and that's going to keep him in P5. But that will be an improvement. It's good to see out of him. We're going to run through the standings after qualifying real quick. We got BBR Garvey on pole with a 127.5, followed by Secure the Perks in P2, Orlando in 3rd, B-Shoals in 4th, Chase in 5th, DK in 6th, Cheesehead 7th, Chewy 8th, Dream 9th, Wing It rounding out the top 10, and then we got Harris, Duststorm and Warren, who did not set a time, unfortunately. But that'll be our starting grid for tonight's race. And good luck to the fellas. I'm going to go with some predictions. I think for tonight's race, I think we'll see a BBR Garvey win. Followed by... Who do I want to put in P2? It's a tough one. You know what? I'll go with Secure the Perks in second. We'll go with Secure the Perks in second, and then we'll do a B Shoals P3. That's what we'll do for the night. If you're able to see, the pit crew is doing something quite interesting. Warren, I hate this track so much. I love this track, Warren. I actually love this track. So, bad opinion. BK, pull a Grew and win. Last to first challenge for E. Warren. He's calling it. He is calling his shot right there. Will it happen? We'll just have to wait and see on that one. But good luck to all the drivers today. Motocross says good luck, buddy. Just got settled, wasn't able to see qualify. You could do it, Benjamin. Yes, sir. Benjamin can do it indeed. Hopefully we can get a long-anticipated B Shoals podium. Looks like the strategy tonight for B Shoals is a one-stop. We'll be starting on mediums and putting around lap 12 or 13. From what it looks to be so far. Chewy, so they like starting in the middle. If you like being a little sandwich in the gang, that's fine. To each in their own. I personally like to start at the front of the grid, as I'm sure everybody else does too. Oh, I guess B Shoals is not starting on hard, so I guess I read that graphic wrong. B Shoals and the rest of the top four, they're going to be starting on hard tires. Interesting strategy. That is going to leave B Shoals and Orlando vulnerable to the three behind them being Chase, DK, and Cheesehead, all running on mediums. And looks like Warren is looking to... Warren's going to look to get a good start on the mediums. Hopefully get some early positions. I'm thinking, I think Duststorm's gonna be playing the long game. Duststorm, yeah, probably gonna be just kind of hanging back, waiting for incidents to happen and find his time to strike. And then our runner-up in the championship at the moment, Wingit. It's gonna be quite the climb for him tonight if he has any hope of reclaiming all the work he has put in at the beginning to get himself in first. And I think there's a couple weeks off and some lesser than loved performances has kind of dropped him back in the standings just a little bit, but it's not out of the question yet. It's still definitely doable, but he's gonna have to take it to BBR Garvey. He's gonna have to make his way up there and show BBR Garvey who is boss. There's some BK. Of course, is going to be looking for a Haas podium tonight. He at least wants these Haas's on the podium. Hopefully a 1-2, as he says. And alright, let's get underway here. We're going to follow along with Chase at the start. We got 5 red lights. And we're underway here at the British Grand Prix. Looks like not a good start for Secure the Perks as Chase runs into the back of Orlando. Hopefully the rest of this is clean. Some drivers take a little wide berth. we got a yellow flag. That is Deathstorm. Deathstorm is around. Oh, and E-Warren's dropping too. What happened to E-Warren? Oh, he's good. He's good. Does he have a front wing though? He does indeed. Okay, that's good to see. Cheesehead's gonna make a move on the inside of B. Shoals potentially. Now he's gonna hang it around the outside. I don't know if he's gonna get the traction. He might have the traction around the outside, and it looks to be like he will. And we got some carnage in the back. That is Dream. Gord looks to be caught up in that. Chewy. Oh boy. I have no idea what happened there, but we're gonna move back up to the top here and check and see what is happening. No one is side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. But will anybody have a run here on the Hanger Straights? Looks like Cheesehead has the best chance at that. He's gonna make a move around the outside on DK. Does not look like the move is gonna be done. He's gonna make a dive, feints a dive down the inside. That's gonna offset DK and allow Cheesehead to maybe get a little bit better line out of the final corner, but it does not work out for him. So that's gonna keep DK in front of Cheesehead here at the end of this first lap. Wing it in, Warren side by side. Warren's gonna relinquish that position and live to fight another day, as Cheesehead is still on the back of DK. He is not giving up this chance at another position. He wants track position. He wants this move done now. Will he get it done here? And it looks to be so. He gets a really good run onto the straight without the aidance of DRS, and I think that's going to be a move done for Cheesehead from the looks of it as of now. I think Warren must have had a mistake or something too, because he is... Yeah, that's some spicy tires for Warren. I feel like everything is kind of sorting itself out a little bit. Will DK have anything though to answer for Cheesehead passing him? Let's see, sector flag yellow. Yeah, yellow flag sector 2. That is Harris Plex. He's around on the exit of the Hanger Straight. BBR Gravity drops a fast slap on the hards. A 131.1. With B Shoals and wing it. We're gonna have to maybe wait for those tires to possibly kick in, unless I got the pace to get by them on the disadvantageous tire. We got Gord within 3 seconds already. But looking at the position changes so far, it looks to be nothing too major other than Gord being our winner of the field so far. 4 positions. Got some position changes up here I did not get to see. But looks like Orlando holds on to his position from Cheesehead. Cheesehead looking to have a possible run here out of the exits onto the Hanger Straights. Taking some good lines through here. He's gaining on him through this set of corners. Is he going to apply the power? We might not need to apply too much ERS, because he's got the DRS and he's going to be flying down the straight, and he's going to go down the inside this time rather than hanging around the outside. And it's going to be moved on for him. Sorry to mute my mic for a second, but we got DK looking to maybe make something happen with Orlando, but it's not gonna work out for him. We went a little too deep into the final set of corners, and that's not gonna bode well for him on this next lap. He's not gonna be able to make a move too soon. But Gord is looking to fight with the Chewy. Oh, and that's B Shoals. He's around. I think that was a mistake on his own. I don't think anybody spun him. I think he might have just lost traction. It's definitely something that can happen at times. That is not what we wanted to see, but that is allowed Wing It to get another free position and get some more clean air. Secure the perks. think he just lost his position to Chase, if I'm not mistaken. From the looks of it, it's like DK is going to have the best opportunity at a run onto the hanger straight, so I'm going to follow along with him here. I don't think it's going to happen though. I think Orlando's got just enough top speed to avoid that, and he gets into the back of Orlando as V. Scholes is out of the race. He has crashed on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's. Heartbreaking ending to Scholes' race. Let's see if I can see him over there. Yeah, I've had that happen at least once before. That is. Oh, and DK is around us himself at the beginning of the lap. DK is around, and will he be able to keep this position going into the first corner? It's going to be close. He's going to think better and just let these guys go by. He's probably got some hot tires, so probably best of him not to push too hard. So, some very interesting things happening here in the race. Some unfortunate turn of events for certain guys. Turb's pole time, I believe, was a 27.5, if I am not mistaken, by BBR Garvey. Then the second guy after him was about 0.3 off. But Orlando, we're going to follow along with Orlando here. I think he's going to have the best run onto the hanger straight. Actually, scratch that. That might be Secure the Perks because Chase is out of battery. Perks was dropping that gap pretty quickly on the straight, but it's not going to be enough this time around. He's going to have to wait another lap. But the field, after a couple incidents, has kind of spread out quite a bit. It's going to take about a safety car or something to close this field up a bit more. After some very unfortunate events at the beginning, we had like a 3 or 4 car incident on the exit, I think it is, of I forget the name of the turn. I hate that I forget the name of the turn, but that is Gord around. Gord is around at the start of the lap. Might have had a poor re-entry. It almost maybe caused an incident with Dust Storm, but thankfully that did not happen. Cheesehead gets a time penalty for 3 seconds for multiple track warnings. Yeah, it was on the exit of this corner here where we had a 3 or 4 car collisions. I just can't. The name of this corner is just escaping me. I'm not too sure what it is off the top of my head. It might be Brooklyn, unless Brooklyn's the turn before that. But either way, we're gonna go back up to the top here because Secure the Perks is gonna have something, I think, for Chase this coming lap on the hanger straight. He is closing here on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, and he's getting a really good run out here on the ERS, and he is absolutely flying right by Chase, going to pass him well before the corner, and that is going to be move done for Secure the Perks. Oh, and Cheesehead has a little loss of traction on the exit of one of the final few corners and almost lost it and went to a wall. Thankfully, he's kept it together. So that was Orlando. Probably got really excited for a moment seeing that. But he's going to have to hang on to P5 for now and maybe wait for another corner to maybe get a good run on Cheesehead. Depending on what the straight line speed is of this Ferrari, the Aston Martin might be able to close up really well and set himself up for a move down in their next TRS zone. Didn't seem to gain too much there though, so looks like Cheesehead's got a pretty formidable setup in a straight line. From as far as I can tell here in the booth. Yellow flag sector 1, that is Gord. He's around. Please don't collect anybody. Let's see if Warren gets here alright. Looks okay, looks like it should be fine. So we're gonna go back up to the top here. I'm gonna check and see if Orlando has anything to say on this next coming straight. See if see if Cheesehead has got himself settled back in after that scare he had last lap. Oh my goodness, and Orlando is absolutely zooming. He is closing in. He's coming in hot, but it's not going to be enough. Cheesehead does alright that time. Has no issues from the looks of it. But Orlando, he is slowly but surely tracking Cheesehead down. And I've kind of neglected BBR Garvey, but it must be said that BBR Garvey has pulled a 3.5 second gap after 8 laps of racing so far, so good job to him. Or 7 laps, I should say, because we're on the 8th lap. But Orlando here, will he be coming back? And no, he's not gonna get a good run out of here. He is already losing time coming onto this straightaway. Might take quite a few laps or a pit stop to influence the outcome of this battle if we're not able to see any kind of moves being done anytime soon, because it looks like Cheesehead just has just enough in him to be able to hold Orlando off. The chase, though, he's almost falling out of the DRS range. I've secured the perks. Will he be able to maintain this? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen this lap around. Yeah, not gonna have it this time around. But Orlando, he is much closer. I believe this time the Cheesehead, but he's not. The Cheesehead's gonna be trying to break this toe, going left, right, swerving around, but it's gonna keep Orlando just behind him for another lap longer again. Not really too much else happening back here though. It's really just Orlando. The possible battle with Chase and secure the perks once, if and when Chase is able to find himself up there, and he just gets a 3-second time penalties. And then Orlando and Gord, which I'm actually going to go back onto right now because Warren was closing up very quickly at the end of that straight. So we're going to see if he's able to do anything right here. Doesn't seem like it. Orlando's been closing up really well through these corners. He might have something on him. I know I've been saying that quite a bit as Gord gets past Warren or Warren gets past Gord, but Gord gets a position back. That's a 3-second time penalty for Warren here. Warren is definitely going to be looking to dispatch him as quickly as possible. So, to salvage the bad start he had to this race. It looks like Orlando, once again, just gets he gets it within about 2/10, and he's just not able to make it happen. Turbs, I will point out I'm going to drop a Discord link if you're still in here. And if you wish to join us here at Contest of Speed, we got 3 tiers for the EU side and the AM side, and you are more than welcome to join the server and find hopefully a home in league racing if you do not have one yourself as of yet. DKs are going to be our first medium runner to dive into the pits. I think that's a little bit of an early jump into the pits, but maybe he had wing damage I did not catch. I don't think he did. I don't think he would have. Mr. Creamy, you not too sure exactly if what all they'll need in terms of setup for getting you into a race here at Contest of Speed. In case you missed that Discord link, it sounds like you are in the Discord, but I'm going to drop this link down again real quick just to be sure. But yeah, I think you might need a a picture of your TT time to get placed into a tier. And I believe, but don't quote me, it's either Coda and Spain, or Spain and Great Britain. But I could be wrong. I forget which tracks exactly. But yeah, you will need to produce some TT times. If I'm not mistaken, to get a spot here. But back to the race here. Cheesehead is diving into the pits. Well, could be a good opportunity. I suppose it's, I still think it's a little bit early. I probably would have taken these tires just a little bit longer, but, hey, to each in their own. It's Coda? Okay. Cool. But yeah, man, we, I hope to see you here at Contest of Speed. Hopefully you, find yourself in one of our tiers. Chewy, though, he has climbed his way back up to the grid after having a disastrous start, getting caught up into an incident. He's going to be on the back of our second place leader in the Drivers' Championship, Mr. Wingett here. Looks like he's getting a really good run out of the cops. Looks like Wingett just went a little bit wide. That could have been an invalidation unless the game gave him a gift right there. Because he dipped his right side tires onto the exit curbing. It looks like Chewy's gonna have this move though. This is gonna be a really hard one to fight off or wing it. He has no option but to just sit back and let him. And that is gonna be moved on for wing it or for Chewy. My bad. And Circuit the Perks, he's around to the final corner as Orlando avoids that incident and goes on by and takes a P3 from him. Wingett though, I don't think Wingett's done yet though. He's not our second place driver championship leader. Oh no! Oh, and Wingett had one heck of a save. That was pretty much just like Cheesehead save earlier, just a different corner. But that car would look like it was about to go right, left, and he managed to save that and kept it out of a wall. So good job to Wingett for having that heck of a save right there. That has cost him the whole entire second, essentially. Definitely a commentator's curse, as Desperate gets a 3 seconds. And yes, I am sorry, Wingett, for giving you the commentator's curse there. That is entirely on me, definitely not on you at all. Even though you're behind the wheel. But the only guys still left on medium tires that sit at the pit, that is E. Warren and Chase. I think Chase is going to come in. Yep, he's going to come in here and dispatch these medium tires and get right onto the hard tires as he gets a 5-second speeding penalty. No, that's going to be about 8 seconds. Oh man, that is going to be terrible for the rest of his race. That is absolutely tragic. Another commentator's curse. I mess with this pedals totally. But very, very tragic for Chase. He had running really well this race, and that's probably going to cost him a couple positions by the end of the running here. But in terms of the guys who have pit, he is in the lead of the guys who have pit, but not the actual lead, because we all know BDO Garvey been running this whole race on his lonesome, having absolutely nobody to spend the time with on track. He probably wishes he had a buddy, but he also probably at the same time wishes he does not have a buddy, which he has been granted that wish. Warren into the pits here. He's getting off these medium tires, going onto the hards, and that's a Harris around. Second spin of the race for him, and he's looks like he's struggling a little bit getting going again. But that's going to allow Cheesehead to get by him, although Cheesehead has already pit, so it's not really that big a deal, I guess. But there's another thing that's just going to set back his race. And now there's literally no battles on track. Everybody is very spread out. We're doing social distancing out here on this race here today. Usually we got a little bit better action, but Maybe it'll pick up here once everybody's gotten their pit stops in and whatnot. But yeah, we usually do have a little bit better action. A couple more cars out here on the grid. But I guess it's this track is providing a challenge. I guess there's some guys here today. Will Chewie be able to beat these other guys out of the pits though? Will he be stuck behind them? I think he will be. Yep, he's definitely gonna have to climb through a couple cars now. I'll take a quick look at penalties real quick though and see anything else. So we got Secure with 3, Chase with 8, Deathstorm 3, Cheesehead 3, Harris 6, DK 3, Warren 3, Gord 6. Yeah, I'm not too sure what else to say about that. That's definitely gonna shake up the standings a little bit. Might allow Wingit to get a bunch of cheap spots here by the end of this race. Oh, and that's a car into the wall. That is Deathstorm. Deathstorm is in the wall, and that is going to bring out a safety car. Oh man, poor Deathstorm. And very bad time for Warren, as he had just pit. If Warren had maybe hang out just a little bit longer, he would have been able to take advantage of that. But yeah, I wonder if any of these, I wonder if these other guys are gonna maybe, that had just put on the hards, I wonder if they're gonna come back in and get their second set of mediums. But, yeah, that is Deathstorm's day done, unfortunately. Hopefully the people in the infield medical center take good care of him and get him race ready for next time. Hopefully he has no concussions, hopefully no broken wrists or anything like that. But yep, like as I've kind of predicted, the rest of these guys, a lot of the guys that just put on some hard tires are gonna go ahead and opt to swap those bad boys out. They do not want to be on those tires. But Dream is gonna go ahead and take some track position. He wants track position. He does not want to get rid of those tires. I think he might be the only one to do that. Yep, Dream is gonna be the only one on hard tires for the rest of this race, presumably. Interesting strategy from him. I don't know exactly where he was before the pit stop cycle here during the safety car, but I don't know. It might be a good idea for him. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I don't think that was the best idea, to be honest. But with Deathstorm out of this race, I might see if I can get me another co-commentator if he's still sticking around. Nope, he has closed app. Deathstorm has closed app. I got nobody to tag along with me here in the booth, unfortunately. But that is okay. I could solo this. Just always nice to have someone else to talk to. Oh, and Dream is gonna opt to go ahead and pit now. He's only gonna lose a couple positions out of it. He will have one lap older, medium tires. But yeah. No cola, I'm your GP. I'm not quite too sure what you mean by that, unless I'm just not getting the GP part. I'm not too sure what you mean by cola either. No, English thing, like a British thing? Oh, I see what you mean. No, this is in fact a Miller Lite. It is not quite, but although if it was going to be a cola, it would totally be a Dr. Pepper. But yeah, so be drinking me some brewskis out here. I think the safety car is going to go around for maybe one more lap here, as the rest of the grid has not quite caught their way back up. So in terms of penalties here, does not seem like there's too many people that will be able to take too big advantage of certain things. Don't hate my beer, Creamy. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna be too many guys gonna be able to take advantage of these penalties, other than maybe the guys at the top 3 in Durant. Guys that are just riddled with penalties, and then Chewy and Wing It, they got security perks to get by them. Stay within 3. But to all the guys in here, I'm not too sure how many other people are in here that aren't part of the league already, but I will go ahead and drop the Discord in the chat again, just in case there's anybody here that would like to join. Did you say you're 11, Creamy? Oh. 11 what? Oh, okay. Creamy, not gonna lie, I don't think we can, if you were to want to join the Discord server, I don't think you would be allowed. I think you have to at least be 15, because I think that is an actual Discord rule. Wait, hold on, wait. What do you, okay, I'm completely lost you. You said, no, 1 week. I'm assuming that 1W means 1 week until you're 12, but you said you're not 12. But you've lost me, but either way, I will say this, regardless of what age you are, is that if you do want to join the Discord server, you have to be 15, because I think that is an actual Discord rule. Oh, 12 people. Gotcha. I see what you mean. My bad, Kirby. I see what you mean. But anyways, we are back underway. I have enough about that. Back to this. We got a race to watch. Looks like everybody got off quite nicely so far. Nothing too major happening so far. No major moves being made. Creamy wants you all to send it, so if you're a driver listening, you have heard it here first. Creamy wants you to send it. Not too many sends so far. And BBR Garvey already a 1.8 second gap. Oh my goodness, man is on fire, and that's why he is our championship leader at the moment. So BBR Garvey is almost like a Max Verstappen in AM2 here. We thought Wing It was going to be our Max Verstappen, and now it's going to be BBR Garvey. Will the tides turn again at any point? Will anyone be able to catch up to BBR Garvey? Because I like to see another person challenge him. I haven't seen him do too much wheel-to-wheel action. he is closing it up on the guys ahead of him. He's looking to be the next best at an overtake as of now. Wayne's going to be a little bit slow onto the straight right here. And Chase is coming up right behind him as well, but Chase is not going to have the move available to him there. DK on the back of Harris, looking to dispatch him as well. Chewy gaining up the perks. They want to get by the man with the penalty so they can get on their way to the second place runner at the moment of Orlando. They probably do not want to waste any time behind Secure the Perks. They want to dispatch him as quickly as possible so they can start their climb up to the top. But Secure the Perks, he's got to extend as much of a gap as he can if he has any hopes of staying even within the top 5. Chase goes really deep in here into the final corner, so that's going to set up Cheesehead right onto the back of Chase, or Chase, yes, my mistake, excuse me. But it's not going to be enough. I have to wait a little bit longer to make something happen. Unless Cheesehead has a send up his back pocket. I don't think he does, but he does not need to really send it too much because Chase is indeed out of battery, as that little light shows on the back of his car. Cheesehead is going to have a good run out of here. He's on the battery. I think this is going to be a move. This is going to be a move done for Chase. I mean, Cheesehead, as long as he holds it together right here, and that's going to be a move done for him. Oh, and he goes a little deep. That's allowed Chase to get back to his position. Oh my goodness! It oversent it into the corner. We're gonna go back here with Chase, or Chewy, I mean, because he's still staying really close to Secure the Perks here, and Secure the Perks will have DRS as well. So that's going to be another thing going against Chewy, but he is going to be closer, maybe just slightly closer to Perks than Perks is to Orlando. Maybe not, because Orlando is, we got Secure the Perks. He is on the battery. He is looking to get this move done. It does not seem like it's going to happen for Orlando. Chase and Cheesehead back here battling as well. I missed a little bit of that, but Cheesehead has gotten past Chase, advanced himself up to P5. But this is actually going to be a little bit better for Chewy's race here after that overtake right there, because that's going to allow Chewy to get right ahead with his battle with Orlando and get that second spot off of him, because Secure the Perks might be in second, but with that penalty, that's, as far as I'm concerned, Orlando is our second place guy right now, and Chewy's our third place guy after penalties are concerned. Oh my god, we got some overtakes going on back here. Didn't get to see exactly what happened, but I know DK gained a spot, and I think Warren gained a spot too on Harris. Chewy and Orlando, they got relatively the same amount of battery. I think Chewy's taking a really good line through here. I think Chewy might have a good chance out of here. They're both on the battery though. Yeah, it's just not going to be enough for Chewy this time around, but Orlando has drained just a little bit more battery than him. So that might bode well for him for how the rest of this race will go. And Warren, he has got really close to Dream there, but no dice. It's not going to be enough. That's a yellow flag. Sector 3, that is Gord. Gord is off. Right at the line. And as a retirement from race, I think that's a retirement on track, so I'm going to have to note that. That is a retirement on track, and can't be having that, unfortunately, because that can sometimes influence a race. It's definitely a big no-no within the league. Warren gets another 3-second time penalty. I think that brings him up to 6, so I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to check right now because I want to kind of keep along with this battle here until I feel like I got a good moment to maybe run through all those penalties again. I'll probably just wait till the last like couple laps to check all those out. Ooh, Wing It though. Wing It's gonna have to really fight to stay within the DRS. Looks like he will, maybe. I don't think he is actually now. Let's see if that rear wing opens. It is not, so it's gonna be a little bit more fighting he needs to do with Cheesehead on the back of him. BBR Garvey has just now extended his gap to 5 seconds. Heck of a race from him, as always. And Dream might be in P10, but I think he's gonna end up snagging a couple spots here at the end, maybe potentially 2 spots. As Cheesehead and Wing It going side by side through Beckett's, and Wing It gives him a tiny little bump. And he's going to keep his position, but for how long? Oh, and he does get the DRS. He gets the DRS just barely. He met the detection line. Beautiful for him as Chewy gets by Orlando. Of course, as soon as something happens to the back, the pass for what is going to be second place happens right before my eyes. But Cheesehead might have a penalty, but he is wasting no time at all. He wants by Wing It. Another 3 seconds for Chase. We'll do a quick little flip at the penalties real quick. That's 9 for Chase. Yeah, Dream is definitely going to snag a couple spots right here as Cheesehead is going to have a run here on the straight. And Dispatch Wing It. Chase is looking to make a move as well. He's not quite going to be able to hang it around the outside, though. But he's going to have a move on the exit. I think the Wing It's exit was a little bit compromised. And Wing It's just dropping positions at this point. I think he's actually content with this happening, though, to an extent, because he's going to be able to gain these positions back off the penalties as long as he keeps close enough to Cheesehead, because Cheesehead only has 3. But something must have just happened to Wing It's performance, because Wing It was doing alright, I'd say, but he's just starting to fall off a little bit. And it looks like after Chewy has passed Orlando is not getting that position back. Yeah. After Chewy has passed Orlando's not getting that position back. I don't know if I said that backwards or not. Forgive me. It's been a long day. But after this lap here, there's only going to be 1 lap to do it. So if he's going to do it, he's going to need to do it now. And secure the perks, he's going to need to get the move on. He needs to gain about 1.6 seconds in these 2 laps if he wants to stay on the podium and bump Orlando off. almost up to 2 seconds now, so getting a little bit closer. 1.8 now, 1.8 now for Secure the Perks to hold on to that position. Another 3 for Warren. Gonna make Dream's life a little bit easier. That's a yellow flag sector 2. That is Harris. He is DNFs. I think that's a retirement on track as well. 2 retirements on tracks as Chase gets a little bump from Wing It. Warren is going to go ahead and I think crashed. I don't know if he crashed or if he retired on track, but hopefully it's not 3 retirements on tracks. I really hope that's not the case, because that is going to be a litany of penalties for the guys. And the Wing is just going to go ahead and let DK by. Doesn't matter for his race at this point. These guys got plenty of penalties. And it doesn't look like Secure the Perks is going to be able to extend his gap out that far. It looks like he's going to be able to hang on here at the end and keep that position. Like Secure the Perks is not going to be able to hang on and keep that position, because Orlando and Chewy are both within 3 of him. And your winner is BBR Garvey, followed by Chewy, Orlando, Secure the Perks, Cheesehead, Chase, DK. Oh, actually, Wing's gonna pass up DK, and then we got Chase, or Dream, and then Chase. All the positions just getting jumbled around with all the penalties, so probably should have waited just a little bit longer for the fully announce those, but yeah, that is our race here for you. Chewy being a driver of the day. Good job to BBR Garvey again. A very quiet race once again for him. Will a challenger arise? I don't think so, because BBR Garvey has just been that dominant. But anyways, I'm gonna run through the final lineup here real quick. So we got BBR Garvey, followed by Chewy, Orlando, Secure the Perks, Cheesehead for running out the top 5, Wing It, DK, Dream, Chase, Warren, and then Harris, Gord, Deathstorm, and Shoals. Let's see if I can get the top 3 in here for. Yeah, Garvey should be in A1. Yeah, I would say that though. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the top 3 guys in here. Chewy, if you need to go, Chewy, I can get you in here when we can do your interview first, since I know you usually want to bounce pretty quickly, but I hope you kind of join this interview at least real quick. Just gotta get the guys in here. Boom, boom, boom. $3 a.m. for Creamy. Oof. That is a rough time. Garvey, do you know if your accomplice is going to be joining you today here in the booth?
He hasn't said anything to me about it.
Okay. I don't think he is. He said he speaks a little English, so I guess that's maybe a sign that it's not going to be joining. I forget who was in 4th off the top of my head, honestly. Who was in 4th? That I feel bad for forgetting, but I've had a lot to think about over the that whole race. So we'll probably just do it with you. We'll probably just do it with you and whoever joins. That's not a big deal. But anyways, BBR Garvey, very quiet race yet again. Just nobody just seems to be able to touch you. And is there anything you gotta say about the race tonight?
I just kept hoping there wasn't a safety car, but literally as I pulled into the pit lane, the safety car came up. So it couldn't have been better timing, I guess, other than the fact that it took the 13 or 14 seconds away that I had. I've just been focusing on track limits. This is my 5th race without a track limits warning, so
awesome.
Doing pretty good with it. And no, good race with everyone. Props to Chewy. I don't know how he does it, but every week he seems to climb up and get that 2nd place. So I'm happy with that. And thanks for the race.
Yeah, I'll speak for I guess Chewy real quick because at the beginning of the race he kind of got collected in a little bit of an incident at the back, and with like a 3 or 4 car incident. And yeah, he was able to make his way back up to the top. I think the safety car is probably a big part of it, but it won't take away from his performance because he put on some good driving himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done by him and everyone else.
Yeah, and Orlando had a heck of a drive too, I'll say that, but it doesn't look like the rest of the guys are going to be joining us, so I guess we'll just leave it at that.
Wah, wah, wah.
But yeah, good job, BBR Garvey. I think next week we're at Zandvoort, if I'm not mistaken, and hope to see you then and see what kind of more of a dominant display you'll probably more than likely 100% put on again.
Oh, I don't know. Zandvoort's tough. It's a tough track to race. But thanks. I appreciate it, Cam, and I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. And this has been Contest of Speed Season 11, Round 10. And yeah, you guys have a great night.